Should I sell on Amazon? That's a question I get a lot from people who have some kind of physical product that are looking to expand their distribution or even start off if they have not even sold the product yet. Should I start with Amazon? Should Amazon be part of the strategy? And as a seller of a product that does mid six figures on Amazon, I have some experience in the matter. So I thought I would share you some of the things I've learned about selling on Amazon and how I might do things a little bit differently today if I were going to start, and what really worked about my approach. If you don't know me, my name is Greg Getter, and my company is Bedtime Bulb. We make a light bulb that you use before you go to sleep, which reduces sleep-disrupting blue light. It's actually one of the top-selling products in the category on Amazon and elsewhere, and we sell in the US, Canada, and currently in the UK, soon to expand to several other countries. I actually made another video recently that explains the Amazon ecosystem, so the difference between Vendor Central and Seller Central, and then the different shipping and listing options, which are fulfillment by Amazon and fulfillment by merchant. This video is going to be a little bit more strategic and dive into some of the harder brand questions. So I actually suggest that you watch the ecosystem video first and then come back here to hear some of my thoughts about selling on Amazon in 2020. Now, to give you a little bit of an insight into my strategy, which is not really a common strategy for selling on Amazon, I have a very unique product. It's patented, and it's something that's very hard to duplicate. It's not really a commoditized product that is competing on price. But I made the decision to sell on the Amazon marketplace because I realized the importance of having Amazon reviews for your product. Oftentimes when people are shopping for a product anywhere, whether it's in physical stores or on the internet, even if they're going to buy it from that store and not Amazon, they'll go to Amazon to see if the product is there, to see if it's cheaper, and to see what the reviews are. So it was my strategy to really focus on selling the product on Amazon because I wanted to build up that positive reputation. Now, I want to be very clear that we actually do not incentivize reviews in any way. All of our reviews are organic, and actually the number of reviews that we have is actually in the 1% range of the total number of products sold. So just to give you an idea, most people buy a lot of products. They're not going to be really interested in reviewing your product. And also, you can get a lot of trouble with Amazon, including having your account suspended if you try to game reviews. So I want to be very upfront that this is the honest approach to Amazon. It's a slower growth strategy. But if you're in this for the long game and you really want to grow your brand from many fronts, I would consider this strategy. There are other ways, and those are fine. I don't think as highly of these kind of incentivized review strategies that people have, but it's just a strategy. But it still makes sense to have a deep understanding of the Amazon ecosystem so that you can stay within the rules and guidelines, but really maximize what you can do with your listing and maximize the customer experience. So when you sell on Amazon, you actually give up a lot of freedoms that you would have when you sell a product on your own website. The number one thing is you're actually not allowed to market to customers. So you can't send any follow-up emails that are announcing new products. You can't, get the customer's email address, or you're not even supposed to use their physical mailing address to contact the customer. The communications with the customer are much more order-related, didn't receive the order, have a problem, need a refund, have a warranty claim. It's not really a strategy that you can use to market to customers. There are some ways around this and some ways that you can do quite successfully without getting anywhere near breaking the rules. But kind of the vanilla Amazon is customers buy a product from you, they don't really want to hear from you ever again. And if they like your product, maybe they'll buy from you, maybe they'll tell your friends, but there's no brand engagement. And you have to recognize that in 2020, when e-commerce is so widespread, maybe this is not such a bad thing because most people just don't want to be bothered. Like, they don't care as much about your product as you care about your product, and that's fine. So, I'm more about the approach of we can do some light marketing to the customer, which doesn't violate Amazon's rules, but we're going to stay away from anything like recurring ad campaigns, new product announcements. We actually can't do this through Amazon. So that's a big thing that you should know right about Amazon. The other thing is when you have a listing, a page on Amazon, you actually cannot even put any links that go outside of Amazon. So all the information needs to be self-contained on the page, and you can't take people back to your own website where they could buy the product there. Certainly they can Google your product and find your website and then buy from there. If they prefer not to buy from Amazon, you could even offer a cheaper price to incentivize people not to buy on Amazon. However, when you're starting off on Amazon, I would say you probably want to put a lot of attention on selling on Amazon, whether that means lowering the price or really doing all you can to get those first 100 reviews. And that's not incentivizing people for reviews. That is the long approach of providing a great product, great customer experience, and then hoping that the people who ended up having a positive experience with you, some of them will write a positive review of your product. And it's okay to get some negatives too, but that's actually just part of it. Like if you have a perfect 5 stars, and you have 100 reviews, people are going to think something is up. So if you're in the 4.2 to 4.3 and above range, that's typically a really good product on Amazon. But again, you cannot incentivize reviews on Amazon. So you know that Amazon is not really going to be the best choice for having control over the customer service experience. But keep in mind that a lot of people like going with Amazon because they prefer the very consistent customer experience they get from Amazon. They know they can return the product within 30 days. They know that Amazon's not going to give them a hard time about it. And there are even people who try to game the Amazon system, but that eventually catches up with them where they return fake products or, really take advantage of the returns policy. But when you do get a customer support request on Amazon, I do really suggest going above and beyond for the customer, doing everything that you would normally do on your own website, with the caveat that, even in customer messages, you can't put a link to your website because Amazon will actually block it. So you have to try to keep the communications on Amazon as much as possible. But you can still provide a great customer service experience within these limitations. And the reason Amazon puts all these limitations in place is because a lot of sellers tended to abuse the Amazon platform. Gaming reviews is one thing. And then, of course, when reviews are manipulated, then people have less trust in the Amazon review system. So the more they can try to prevent gaming reviews, the more they can try to keep the sales channel their own, the better experience they have for their customer, even though in your case, if you're really good at customer service, technically you could provide a better customer service experience on your own site. But for most brands, that's not the case. So it's better to buy on Amazon. So now that we have those 3 negatives out of the way, and if you haven't completely turned off the video by now, I do think there are some serious positives to selling on Amazon. And the first one is the money. Amazon is effectively a search engine for physical products, and coupled with Amazon Prime, Amazon FBA, getting products within 2 days, 1 day, sometimes even the same day or next morning for certain products is a huge win for the customer. And then from your side, as long as your margins allow for it, selling products on Amazon is like you ship the product to Amazon, you have to do a few customer service interactions per week and make sure your listing is ranking well. But other than that, a lot of it is hands off. It's not a passive income business. Still a lot of strategic work that you have to do, but you could take a few days off, and as long as you check in every day to make sure you get no customer service messages, it's very hands off, and it's a great way to expand your business. You don't have to pay for ads to drive people to the Amazon listing. And at least I found for my product, which is a non-competitive, very high quality, very unique product, the advertising that is on Amazon, so Amazon's pay-per-click ad system, the ads are so cost effective compared to something like using Google or Facebook. That is, in our future, driving more ads from other sources outside of Amazon, probably more toward our own website rather than Amazon. But the in-platform search and advertising is so powerful and actually very cost-effective, which leads you to making a lot of money if you have the right product and you price it right, and the quality is good. The second, as we talked about in the beginning, is the reputational portion. If you get a number of good reviews on Amazon, people tend to look highly upon your product, even if you're selling in a physical retail outlet, even if they're going to actually buy from your website. Having those Amazon reviews gives a customer a lot more of a sense of comfort than they would have not having many reviews, or even reviews on your own website, which are much easier to manipulate. And finally, there's the cross benefit of selling on Amazon and selling outside of Amazon. And typically the strategy you would try to do here is, once you've built up a reputation on Amazon, you would try to make the price on Amazon maybe a tad higher than where you would make it where you want to drive sales next. So if you're selling on your own website and now you want to prioritize sales on your website, you might make the product $1 more expensive on Amazon than you would on your own website, so that you'll still get a lot of sales through Amazon just because people prefer Amazon. But a lot of savvy people might go to your website and order the product there. So you give up some of that customer control, but you get money, and it's still a search engine for products. People are still searching for things on Amazon and then ultimately ending up on your website. Another thing is, if you search for products on Google, a lot of times Amazon will actually advertise your product's listing on Google, but then the customer can also see that it's like, oh, okay, it's available on Amazon for $19.99, but it's available on my company's own website for $18.99. Some people will come through Google and end up on Amazon and buy it there. Other people will come through Google and end up on your website and then buy it there. And then you can provide that full customer service experience. So this video is getting a little on the long side, and I want to cut it there. I'm trying to think of some other things I can talk about. If you have any questions about selling on Amazon, please hit me up in the comments. I want to know what kind of things you want to know as an outsider or someone considering selling on Amazon. I do think that even though there are some negatives in terms of the control you have over the product compared to selling on your website, the revenue and reputational benefits, even once you're on Amazon and trying to direct traffic off of Amazon, is huge. So it's something I would definitely consider as part of your strategy. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.